Hey guys, it's Keanna. Let me tell you a little bit about 5 interesting things I've learned about history this semester. One of my favorite assignments in this class was writing AJA reviews, as long as I wasn't writing them last minute, of course. So I learned that in colonial Massachusetts, people with mental illnesses were called idiots. I was surprised that there were laws established by the 17th century which gave them basic freedoms such as rights in criminal proceedings. However, idiots were mistreated over time and considered spiritually incompetent. Mental health was not an issue of concern in colonial times, showing that these people were often neglected. I think that the idiots were equally important as the dead old white men we read about in history books, and I'm sure we can agree on that, right? Moving on. Speaking of dead old white people, did you know that Andrew Jackson was the first president that didn't come from a wealthy background? He deeply cared about the ordinary white people of his time, and ensured that the rich would not dominate all of society. However, Jackson was also pro-slavery and removed Native Americans from their land. Trail of Tears ring a bell to you? You wouldn't have my vote, Jackson. Enough about the men, let's talk about our favorite rebel, Loreta Velazquez. Going by the name Harry Buford, Velazquez served as a soldier disguised during the Civil War. If that wasn't already cool enough, she was also a spy and double agent working for the Secret Service. Velazquez wrote a memoir that revealed that the Civil War was a corrupt reality and that brutal Confederate men were shown to be heroes. I also learned that people often took advantage of the kindness of religious communities, one of them being the Shakers. Not all Shakers were loyal, as some were deemed faithful and the not-so-faithful. The Shakers believed in practicing celibacy and creating spiritual families. While many truly were interested in Shakerism, others were only seeking shelter and free meals. When people think of the Reconstruction era, their minds do not immediately wander to the failures of emancipation. Although many slaves were freed because of emancipation, African Americans were still discriminated against. Black women were turned away from women's suffrage groups and had no protection in court if they were raped. It's important we understand that much of the history that we are taught is from the perspectives of white men. They would obviously attempt to cover up their atrocities and leave behind a history that was written in their favor. There is always something new to learn from history when we open ourselves to different outlooks. Well, and then it wraps it up for my lo-fi version of a final exam. Because I'm sure many of us listen to lo-fi while studying it, am I right? Also thanks to Professor Collins for another great class. Despite only having you as a teacher for online classes, it was always evident that you truly cared about your students and our success. Bye now.